Today I will be educating you all on a topic that has been a giant problem not only in the United States but around the world for many years, and that is domestic violence. In 2008, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention published data that they had collected and reported that on average more than 3 women a day were murdered by their husbands or boyfriend in the United States that year. That is a total of 1,181 women murdered due to domestic violence. Although I have never personally been a victim of domestic violence, I have a few friends that to this day still struggle with this problem. I am sure that each and every single one of you has at least known or maybe still knows a person that has struggled with domestic violence. Maybe a friend, sister, cousin, your mom, or maybe even going through it yourself. There are 5 major types of domestic abuse, and they are physical, sexual, emotional, financial, and identity abuse. Today I will be talking about the 3 that are most common, which are physical, sexual, and emotional abuse. The first type of domestic abuse I will be talking about today is physical abuse. Physical abuse occurs when the partner intends to enhance his power and control over his wife or girlfriend. If the wife or girlfriend is fearful of the abuser, or if she modifies her behavior as a response of the assault, this is definitely considered to be physical abuse. Some of the common signs and examples of physical abuse are hitting, choking, pushing, slapping, kicking, pulling hair, punching, threatening or throwing objects, or maybe even threatening to use a weapon against their partner, like a knife or a gun. Physical abuse can also be done against children, and sometimes even friends and family of the victim. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 15.5 million children in the United States live in homes where physical abuse occurs at least once in the previous year, and 7 million children live in homes in which severe physical abuse between his parents occurs. The second type of domestic abuse I will be talking about today is sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is any forced or coerced sexual act or behavior motivated to acquire power and control over the spouse. It is not only forced sexual contact, but also contact that demeans or humiliates the partner and instigates feelings of shame and vulnerability, particularly in regards to the body and sexual performance. Some of the common examples of sexual abuse are unwanted touching, demeaning remarks about the partner's body or appearance, berating the wife or girlfriend about her sexual history, or using force or roughness that is not consensual, including forced sex, which is considered to be rape. The Justice Department's Bureau of Justice Statistics showed that there were 248,300 rapes or sexual assaults in the United States in the year 2008, which is more than 500 rapes a day, and this number continues to grow each year. The third and final type of domestic abuse I will be covering today is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is any use of words, voice, action, or lack of action meant to control, hurt, or demean the partner. Emotional abuse typically includes ridicule, intimidation, and coercion. Verbal abuse usually falls into this category. This type of abuse is more difficult to define and to identify than physical abuse. At some time in the relationship, almost all couples say or even shout things that they later regret. Emotional abuse, however, is repeated hurtful exchanges with disregard for the partner's feelings aimed at gaining power. For example, telling the partner that they will never find anybody that will love them, or maybe even repeatedly calling them names like stupid, or tell them that they are worthless. Emotional abuse is present in almost all relationships where physical abuse occurs, and it can have serious and long-term consequences for the partner. It could have consequences like problems with self-esteem and confidence, as well as instilling feelings of helplessness and hopelessness. Some of the behaviors of emotional abuse include verbal threats, demeaning the partner in front of friends, family, or maybe even strangers, name-calling, or use of abusive language. In conclusion, I hope that with the information I have given you in the last few minutes, over the three most common types of domestic violence, which are physical abuse, sexual abuse, and emotional abuse, I have been able to maybe help you realize that someone you know, or maybe even yourself, are stuck in a relationship in which you are a victim of one of these types of abuse. Thank you.